not even 24 hours. And amongst all the executive orders that were signed today by President Trump was one called Protecting and Defining the Value of American Citizenship, whatever that means. And this is the one that is going to end birthright citizenship. So let's talk about it. If you were to read the language of this order, it totally doesn't make any sense. Number one, they start out the order by saying that the 14th Amendment does guarantee birthright citizenship to those born in the U.S. that are underneath the jurisdiction of the United States. And then it goes on to say, however, this does not mean that it applies to everyone. They go on to say that birthright citizenship does not apply to those who are born to persons that the U.S. does not have jurisdiction over. And they go on to make another nonsensical argument about how if you are a non-citizen, the U.S. does not have jurisdiction over you. However, just want to point out for a second how little sense this makes, because by its own argument, if the U.S. government does not have jurisdiction over persons who are non-citizens, then why do we have these immigration laws that punish and hold persons who are non-citizens or undocumented or here temporarily to the same laws and standards, right? That is the sole domain of the federal government. So what does this mean for everybody? Is birthright citizenship going to end? No, it is not. This is an amendment to the Constitution, and there's a whole lot that has to happen before the Constitution can be amended again to remove this right of birthright citizenship to persons born in the U.S. on U.S. soil, okay? Number two, there's definitely agencies, the ACLU, state courts, other government agencies that are going to have lawsuits ready to challenge this, right? Now, what is going to be the real-time effect of this executive order? Well, I do think that over the next month, persons born in the U.S. might end up having challenges or problems to getting U.S. birth certificates, right? But let's take another step back. Who issues birth certificates in the U.S.? Not the federal government. It is going to be state agencies that issue birth certificates. So I think that we might see a split amongst how this is carried out, because obviously there are some states that are very, very anti-immigrant who might follow the lead of this executive order, but the majority of states are probably still going to continue to issue birth certificates. Regardless, there's going to be a lawsuit challenging this. So probably one of the first things that they're going to ask for is an injunction against this executive order. So while these lawsuits go on, these injunctions go on, states will be required to issue birth certificates. Now, maybe one thing that we might see is the halting of issuance of passports to those born from today onward for a period of time until those lawsuits are decided.